Hi folks, we are at the Johnson Geo Centre today for a Green Career Expo. The Signal is here with a bunch of high school students around. I'm keeping my voice down now because they've just started the welcome for, I think it's 120 students from 3 different high schools. So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk to high school students, hopefully a couple of teachers, and we'll also meet folks from the Green Career field. So I'm just going to turn around now and say hi to my first guest. Introduce yourself if you could.
Yeah, I'm Christine Gillard. I'm an environmental educator at the Memorial University Botanical Garden.
How you doing?
Good.
Thanks for being first up here today. Let me just kind of look around. We've got some planets up here. We've got a bunch of students sat down. They're doing some chatting in the background about an intro. What's the importance of yourself here today for talking to students?
Yeah, well, we were asked to participate as someone who works in a green career. So I've been working in the environmental education field for about 15 years, but I probably have been working in a green career for probably 25, 30 years. So it's been something that's been a passion of mine, and talking about my position and what got me interested into an environmental position is something that I really like sharing with young people, so I can help pass that passion on.
What led you, or what was the catalyst to you 25 years ago choosing a green path?
Yeah, so it's never something I specifically set out for. It's kind of just an accumulation of a bunch of different things that kind of came together of influences primarily of my father. We did a lot of gardening growing up. He was really passionate about taking care of our environment around us. We spent a lot of time outside hiking. And I think just in the era that I grew up in, I was one of the first ages where they were really trying to push recycling for young people. And just then that aspect of trying to take care of our environment, because over years we've done a lot of detriment. So I think just my innate desire to teach has gone along with then the interest to be an environmental educator.
All right, so when students come up to you today, what's your spiel? How do you hook them in?
Yeah, so I find that the biggest thing that's great about my job is I learn every day. It's always very interesting. You learn things just by people asking you questions, and you say, let's figure that out. And so it's a very positive environment to work in. I get people telling me all the time that it's roses and butterflies and things, right? It's still a job, let's be real.
Yeah, of course.
So there's more job stuff to that, but it is definitely a very happy place to be, and a place to expose people to very happy, wonderful, mindful, healing environment.
And how are the Signal's friends at the Botanical Garden doing? Our gardening guests, right? Tim, Todd, and Megan. How are they doing?
Oh, they're doing great. They're kind of happy because they can get a head start on things with the spring that we've been having.
Yeah.
The plants are coming along. We were just down in our garden greenhouse the other day, and the grapes were budding out.
No way.
We got leaves starting to come out. That's in a greenhouse, so to be expected. But
totally. But,
yeah.
All right. Well, nice meeting you. And I'm looking at all the high school students just stood up, and they're all kind of gone about here, there, and everywhere, and they're going to make their way to the table. So I'll let you get back to what you're doing. Say hi to the crowd. Tell them I'm very appreciative in advance and very much looking forward to gardening season. And nice meeting you.
All right, thanks.
All right, see you now.
So my name is Zainab Salehiankia. I'm originally from here, and I came here since August 2023 as a Master of Environmental Science at Memorial.
Why did you choose Memorial to come for studying?
Because I found Newfoundland is a really great home for me, because people are super friendly and I really like it.
Nice. What is it, so you come in, you're studying, what is it about climate and green and the transition that we're going through that attracted you for your field of study?
Because I really think about climate change. Because of this, I choose Master of Environmental Science, and after arriving here, I found that Canada has a bunch of opportunity for me to step in a green career. So far, I have done 5 internship positions here in Newfoundland, and I really like to engage more in green sector. So I want to explain how was my journey in Newfoundland and help a student to inspire this.
Yeah, so you're explaining your journey, helping to inspire students. What is it about your journey and what you're doing that you think will be inspirational for students, and that they'll look and say, oh gosh, that's really neat?
Persistence.
Okay.
Yeah, because I really looking for the different position, and I have been always networking with different people in different organization in green sector in Newfoundland. So I think this is a key that I can step into this journey.
Yeah, persistence. Eh?
Yeah.
What's that like for you? Persistence is hard.
It was challenging,
Yeah.
but I really like it because I like to put myself in a different position that I can have a different experience.
We're in it's a bit of a weird time, right? We've got everyone talks about the transition that needs to happen
Yes.
to
Yes.
move from carbon to
Exactly.
what comes next. So
Exactly.
there's that. But then you've got things like the United States announcing they're pulling out of the Paris Climate Accord, which, I mean, that's a years-long process once
Yeah.
the letter goes in.
Yeah.
What's it like for you to be in this field now with some of these unknowns and some of the chaos around what's happening, while you're also trying to inspire young people?
Because I believe that knowledge is the key here. So we run a student-run organization in Newfoundland, and we are promoting climate change and environmental science topics in an easy word that public can understand, and they can increase their knowledge in this sector. So we think that with this mission, people can promote these eco-friendly practice in their daily lives. So I think this is the key. Knowledge is the key to transit away from oil and gas to green bonds like hydrogen.
When you were growing up, at what point was there a time as a child or teenager where you really started to feel connected or interested in studying or being involved in the climate sector?
When I see the impact of climate change on our lives,
Yeah.
I saw that this is issues that I should step into to change it a little bit. Yeah. Because it's a gradual process. It's not overnight things.
What are the things that you noticed as a young person? I know now, like you're working in it, but when you're growing up, what were the climate change bits that you started to notice?
The impact, do you mean?
Yeah.
Impact of climate change in our life is different based on the region that you are living. For example, in Middle East, in Iran, we are struggling with the drought and water shortage, and this inspire me that I have to step to this and think about this climate change. And here, the impact of climate change is totally different. We are struggling with the flood and extreme weather. So we should think and rethinking about this climate change impact. And I believe this knowledge and this organization, Climate Fact Atlantic, can help to increase knowledge in public.
All right, Zainab, thank you so much.
My name is B. Fitzgerald.
All right, what school are you from?
I'm from Beaconsfield Junior High.
Beaconsfield. What's Beaconsfield like these days?
Beaconsfield, it's pretty good. I like it there myself. I really like, we have a lot of activities, and I really like them.
Tell me about these activities.
Well, we have like drama, we have an eco team, which is who I'm with today.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of fun there. We just got these new gardens. I think they're hydroponic.
All right, so you're with an eco club at Beaconsfield. What grade is it?
I'm in grade 9. Everyone from Eco Club here today is grade 9.
Grade 9 eco club, doing some hydroponic stuff.
Yeah.
What attracted you to joining eco club?
I really like the environment. I hate climate change and stuff like that. And I just wanted to be a part of Eco Club so that I can try and help out the best I can.
Yeah. What have you been learning? So on top of the hydroponic stuff, what else have you been learning with eco club?
We've been talking about getting like more recycling bins and upgrading that program because we don't have too much of a recycling program right now.
Yeah.
But we want to get one.
Yeah, and that kind of thing makes a difference, right? That is action you can take that you can have an influence on for, like on the recycling side of things. When it comes to climate change, as a grade 9 student, is that something you and your friends talk about? Is this something just you think about?
I think about it. I try to talk about it, but sometimes it just doesn't come up to me.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, same with me. I'm about to be 45, and there are times when my friends do not want to talk about climate change.
Yeah.
Other times, sometimes they do. When you do talk about it, what do you talk about?
We just talk about how bad it is and what we can try and do to help it and like help grow, help grow the environment, because it's just like plummeting right now.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Do you have any climate heroes, or or for information, where do you look?
I ask my science teacher for stuff, and I go online and look up stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't really look up too much stuff. I just try to do what I can.
Yeah, do what you can. You've got your teacher, you've got your friends in school. You're part of Eco Club, which is, I mean, that's a pretty big step in itself. And how do you feel about being here today?
I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Have you been here before?
To the Geo Centre, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I figure someone with Eco Club has probably been to the Geo Centre before.
Yeah, we came here in October, the Eco Club, to talk about, it was climate change actually that we were talking about, and it was really cool. I really liked it.
Yeah. What table, have you seen the tables yet? Anything exciting you?
I looked over at the women in science stuff, and they talked about this thing in grade 11, and I really want to do it.
Yeah, the job thing? I'm hoping to hear about that a little later in the show, so that sounds really cool. The person I just spoke to, Zainab over there, just across the way, super interesting story about internships and studying about climate change, and she's super passionate about it. So if you do get time, I recommend that table.
I'll definitely check that one out.
Hey, thanks for having this chat with me. Enjoy the fair, or the expo, I should say. And just enjoy the day, and I'm so happy to hear about Eco Club.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, see you later.
See you.
All right, I'm Adam Walsh. You are listening to The Signal. We are live at the Johnson Geo Centre. Let me bring my main guests into this conversation. Laura Bass, how you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
Typically we start with the main guests, but you folks, the priority for you being here was saying, hi everyone, and here's the intro. How did the intro go with the, I think, 120 high school students?
Yeah, it was great. Lots of excitement morning of. There's lots of last minute things to do and kind of adapting to the day, so lots of running around and getting everyone settled.
So is it still the same title? You're the outreach coordinator with Memorial University's Climate Collective at the Johnson Geo Centre?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Why is that job so important for you to do? Like, what attracted you to that gig?
Yeah, I think environmental education and doing outreach for youth is a really important way to help get youth involved. So a lot of youth do really care about environmental and climate issues, but sometimes there's a gap between having a lot of passion for something and then being able to find direction to be able to put that energy somewhere. So by helping to coordinate programs and create events like this, it helps to connect youth with people in the community and helps to kind of give them direction to get involved.
Yeah, I was just hearing all about Beaconsfield and their Eco Club, which sounds awesome. When you touch base with schools and students and teachers and you hear about that work being done, and then you see students here, like I'm looking at them now real time, picking up pamphlets, engaging in every single section you have of these green job folks for careers. That must feel pretty good.
Yes, this is like everything we hope for. It's so nice to see youth come out. There's always that worry that maybe they might not be interested or we missed the mark with the type of programming, but it's so rewarding to see youth really passionate and curious and not scared to reach out and really put themselves out there to ask questions, because it can be pretty intimidating.
Give us the broad strokes on today, because I kind of started. We were introduced some folks, right, from a couple of the Green Career folks to a student, and now you're here as an organizer. Give us just the bigger explanation of what is on the go.
Of what, sorry?
Of what's on the go here right now.
So,
just the range of jobs and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 6 presenters today, so they're kind of scattered throughout our classrooms at Geo, and they're giving presentations to students on what their pathway was to their green career and maybe what they did for school, their interests, and that kind of thing, what they do now. And then we have some lovely local people who also work in green careers that have tables set up with information. So we have some post-secondary, we have some local nonprofits, we have Yeah, so different levels of engagement, lots of different industries, and lots of different perspectives on green careers.
What's the benchmark for success for you for a thing like this? Because my read on it is, you see a young person engaged, that's success. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. I think we had such an amazing response from our community partners. So it was really nice to see that people in the community at these organizations want to be involved, and they're very passionate about it. So we had so much wonderful response about people wanting to be involved with this. So that's sort of the partner lens. And then with the students, same thing. When some teachers came forward and said they wanted to bring 50, 60 students, that was beyond what we were hoping for. So it's been really, really positive.
To see that kind of positive reaction in a time when we talk about climate change and some of the wrinkles around momentum for transitioning to a greener economy. I mentioned earlier in the show, you've got the U.S. pulling out of the Paris Climate Accord. There's some question marks about the way forward. But then when you see this momentum and enthusiasm around it, what does that do for you?
I think it helps create, and maybe not just for me, but I think it helps create hope. So seeing that there is this type of engagement and interest in this sector and learning more and engaging, I think it gives a lot of hope for the future and hope for future jobs and initiatives moving forward.
I'm Adam Walsh with The Signal. You are listening to a broadcast from the Johnson Geo Centre at a Green Career Expo. There's 3 different high schools here. I think it's 120 students, teachers, plus a bunch of folks who are talking about green jobs. Let me see, 1, 2, 3. More tables than I can count at the moment for this. We've been hearing from students. We're going to have a teacher now in a minute. Right now we've got Courney Clarke, the NL Program Manager for Eco Schools, right?
That's right.
How's it going so far? I know you folks, you and Laura, are really busy.
It's hard to orchestrate getting everything lined up, and it's also challenging in the moment while it's all happening. But
and to throw a radio show on top of that. This was a great idea. It looks to be going swimmingly well so far. I'm watching students be engaged, talking to all the different, you got 8 or 9 booths, right?
I honestly don't know.
There's rooms and stuff.
Yes,
too,
right? there's 6 different presenters presenting specialized work, and then we have a lot of different booths here talking about other organizations and facets of green careers.
Remind folks about Eco Schools.
So Eco Schools is a certification program for K-12 schools. So what we do is we take a school that is already working on some environmental initiatives, and we try to amplify what they're already doing and expand it beyond just a regular recycling program and get them to run a clothing drive and do different things to just make it a little bit deeper and more important, and especially to get the students to be the leaders of it is one of the things we really care about. And you'll see, I'm sure you probably talked to some of the students already, and some of them are really interested in it, and so I think they really take the certification of Eco Schools seriously, and they see it as an opportunity for them to get this recognition for all the hard work that they're doing.
Yeah, we spoke with a student with the Eco Club at Beaconsfield, and they've started a recycling project, which is exactly kind of like that. Those are your kind of people.
Exactly, yeah. So, and there's they can get all different kinds of funding from different organizations, and then they bring it all together into this one program, and then they get certified for it, right? So, they might claim this thing that they're doing here today because this is an opportunity for them to engage in learning about green careers, which is obviously important for sustainability, so then they can claim that and earn points for their Eco Schools program.
Yeah, I was with B. Fitzgerald, who I believe grade 9, so 14 years old, goes to school this year, hears about Eco Club, and says, no, that's for me. I care about climate change. I want to try to do something about it. Getting involved, super excited to be here, talking to all the different people at the tables. When you hear about a student like that, or you look at the 120 students here today, and you see this level of interest around such a massively big topic and important topic like climate change, in your position for Eco Schools, that must feel pretty good.
It's really great, actually. I didn't realize how much work was already being done until I got into this role. There's a lot of
people.
What's that?
I said, yeah, you start phoning people and hearing, and it's like, oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't know exactly how much was already happening, and all these students who already care about it, and all these communities who are doing this really important, deep work. And so it's really nice for me to learn that that's happening, and then to give them recognition. And yeah, so those kind of students that are out there, like, it's important for them to know that it's not just like a side hobby. It's not just, this thing I kind of care about. This is an opportunity for a full career. Like, I can really study this and make this something that I started as an eco team, this side project, but this can be what my life is.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where our industry is heading. If you look at the stats, all the projections are that we're going to have a lot of green careers coming up in the future. And so we want these students to find that passion when they're young, and then really like invest in it and take the career path that's going to lead them to a job that's going to be really meaningful to them, but then also there's going to be opportunity for them to have high-level jobs, and just that's going to be their life.
Dip the toe in with Eco Club and then plunge right in after you meet folks like this today and you figure out, hold on, I can be a difference maker, a change maker. I can have a job, a real job that pays money and everything else that comes with that as I grow up, and it's so meaningful and important. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I think the thing that a lot of people don't realize is how much you can be in like maybe a job that you don't realize, or a field that you don't realize is overly green, but there's pockets of that which is green. So maybe you were an electrician 15 years ago, but nowadays you're doing things to help people transition their heating in their home. And so like you are a part of the green career sometimes when you didn't intend to get into that. And so a lot of these students, I'm hoping, are going to walk away from here realizing that green careers aren't just people who are like planting trees. Green careers are representative all around their different industries.
Yeah, skilled trades to PhDs, everything in between. There's work to be done for everyone together. Thank you for this. I might check back, will it be either yourself or Laura before the end of the show? I'll let you go because I know you're super busy, so thanks for taking time out of your schedule.
Thank you so much.
All right, Courtney. All right, folks, I'm Adam Walsh. This is The Signal. We are live at the Johnson Geo Centre. I think we've got a teacher we're actually going to talk to now. This is really interesting. So as Arlette Lazarenko comes around and talks, she finds us guests to talk to in this fluid situation. Are you teacher Susan Butler?
I am teacher Susan Butler.
Good. We've got a thing where Arlette's typing the notes of guests live time, so I'm like, oh, who's next? And yes, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. What school are you with?
Roncalli Central High in Avondale.
All right. How was the trip in?
Good. It took longer than expected, but it's come from around the bay.
Yeah, no, it can take time. Why was it important for you folks to come here today?
Well, I teach career education independently, but I'm also the green team lead at our school, and I thought it was extremely important to get students exposed to green careers, and I think it's the way of the future, so I really think that they need to know a little bit more about what a green career is, how many different industries are actually involved in green careers, so I think it's great that this is happening today.
What kind of stuff with the green team are you at school? What do you do?
We have started composting. We've been at that for, this is our second year composting. Recycling's been happening for years. We've been involved, I've gotten involved with eco schools, so I follow a whole bunch of things on their plan. Like we've been doing things like, we did National Sweater Day and everybody wore their sweater. We did the Great Gulp last year, and everybody brought their water bottles for a day, and we took a picture of everybody with their water bottles, their reusable water bottles.
As opposed to bringing in like your dollar to disposable plastic.
They're saving money and they're not using as many plastics, so we were trying to encourage students to use their reusable water bottles.
Picturing a bunch of Stanley Cups, but anyways.
What other things did we do? We did, they were called, I think this is pronounced correctly, goose boxes last year. It's GOOS. They call them goose boxes, but it's GOOS, which is good on one side. So we all have recycling boxes in our classroom this year. Last year we had what we called goose boxes. So you're supposed to try and reuse the paper that was in there on the other side, like for scrap paper and things. Yeah.
What's the engagement like with young people today around climate? Change?
In terms of my green team membership, it's picked up a lot this year. I have a lot of students in grades 11 and 12. So I think it's catching on, but it's slow.
Yeah.
You've still got a lot of students that don't care
Yeah.
and don't understand the significance of it.
So then, for someone like yourself, as a teacher, how do you work on engaging and motivating students to make that connection?
Well, introducing them to things like this,
Yeah.
finding information and projects to bring into their classroom.
Real stuff, right? Not
Yeah.
not just book pages, but actual stuff
and
that they can see.
I think that the challenge is finding where to fit it in the curriculum for a lot of teachers. I'm a French teacher,
Yeah.
so it doesn't always fit, and sometimes the material's a little core French. It's a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
So I've been incorporating it into career education, which is an easy win.
Yeah.
Social studies teachers, science teachers, that's really where the focus should be, finding a way to put it into that curriculum, even health curriculum it could fit.
Yeah. If it's the one of the things I've been learning about the climate file or climate change, you can have that discussion in so many different areas that you can fit it places, which is
But it's
helpful.
not there. It's not already there. And
No,
so
you have-
teachers that are not taking it on themselves and taking
Then it's not
extra
there at all.
time
Right.
out of their own schedules and finding the material and the information themselves and coming up with projects themselves, it's a lot of extra work.
That is.
So the teachers that aren't doing that aren't putting it in their classrooms.
Right.
So we need it incorporated into the Newfoundland and Labrador curriculum.
And I will say to folks, just yesterday we did a full show on the Education Accord, which is up on the podcast. So if you want to hear about some of the possible changes and the 10-year roadmap that's being worked on right now for
And they're
education in this
putting in
province,
some climate action.
this is part of it, right?
Good.
Right, climate action. This is the suggestion. I'm sure that suggestion should have made its way to the co-chairs as well. So how long are you here for today? You're leaving after lunch?
Yes.
All right, I'll let you get back to your students. I appreciate this chat.
Thank you.
I always like talking to teachers about what it's like to engage with young folks and what the challenges are and also what the follow-through is like. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, see you now.
Good day.
All right, so that was teacher Susan Butler from Rongali Central High. And now I believe we've got a student coming up. Gerald, is it?
Yes, it is.
What are you at?
Not much.
How old are you? What grade are you in?
I'm 16, I'm in grade 11.
Grade 11. What's it been like here for you so far today?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's interesting to see all these green jobs around and what we need to do, in my generation, to have a sustainable future.
How often do you talk about climate change, or how often do you think about it with your friends? Because I don't think it can't be like an everyday thing, but you seem to care about it.
Well, in recent years, I've cared about it a good bit because I love the snow. And the last few winters, we haven't had a bunch of snow.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whatever I could do to help contribute towards that better future where climate change isn't as bad, I'll do what I can.
Yeah, it's when you start to notice changes in weather, long-term changes in weather, asking questions about climate change. In school then, what's it like connecting with your teacher around climate change and kind of asking those questions?
Well, it's good to see from their perspective as well, because, well, they're the ones educating us about it.
Yeah.
And they would have had it way more different than what I have, because now it's a lot more critical, climate change, opposed to when they were younger.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, look, when I was growing up, climate change talked about, but always felt like a future thing.
Yes.
Well, we're trying to do the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle for the future generations.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, a day comes, you're like, oh, it's always been now, but I just don't think it was taught that way when I was growing up.
Yes.
But you're in the time of now.
Yes.
In the time of climate
it's like
change.
we need to make this change now.
Now, not tomorrow.
Now. Yeah.
So as a 16-year-old, what are you thinking of doing later on in life for studying?
I don't have it quite figured out yet, but I am interested in all the things that are around here.
Yeah. Have you been around the tables yet?
Yes, I have.
Anything stand out for you?
I like the Marine Institute.
Yeah.
That was cool.
They have some pretty cool programs.
Yeah, they got some cool programs, and they really need workers.
Yeah.
And so if you need a job like that, it's so open for you, and there's so many things to do. So I thought that was pretty cool.
What's your last name, Gerald, by the way?
Strap.
Strap. All right. Nice to meet you. Thank you for this chat, and I'll let you get back to school and enjoy everything.
Thank you.
All right, see you later.
Have a good one. See you.
All right, 16-year-old Gerald Strap there. I'm looking around to Arlette Lazarenko. I'm pretty sure she'll have another guest lined up for us now. You're listening to The Signal. I'm Adam Walsh. I'm going to walk over and talk to Arlette for a second. Hey, Arlette Lazarenko. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. I'm awesome.
Who's next on our list?
Who's next on our list? Let's see. We have Melissa from YSNL. She's going to be up next.
Let's go grab Melissa from YSNL then. So folks, here live at the Johnson Geo Centre, underneath the planets at a Green Career Expo, 120 students, 3 different high schools here talking about green jobs. I'll get you standing. There you go.
Okay.
First time in front. I was like, yes, you're exactly where you need to be in front of the microphone. Tell us about who you are and what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Melissa Keats, and I am the program administrator with YSNL. I've been with YSNL for almost a year now, and YSNL is all about the recruitment and retention of women in STEM-related careers. I think women are still very much underrepresented in these fields, and so it's important that we promote the diversity and inclusion in these fields. Yeah.
Cool.
So right now we're here promoting our Student Summer Employment Program, which is only one of a host of programs that we offer for women throughout their careers, but it is for grade 11 female students in Newfoundland and grade 10s as well in Labrador, and it's a 7-week program all about gaining work experience in a STEM-related field. It's really a lot of fun. I really encourage students to apply for it. So of course they get paid for their work, and outside of that we also take them on workplace and university tours. We also do networking and social events as well, so it really is a good time. The students get to gain a lot of experience and learn a lot about science and engineering.
Melissa, if this is a provincial audience, so if there are people listening right now, young women listening, students, who are like, I want to do that, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a website. It's sep.ysnl.ca. So you can specifically check out our summer program there. You can also email me. My information is on there, so you'll get me directly. Amazing. We also have social media, so you can follow us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Blue Sky now that's new, and Instagram as well, yeah.
What have the connections been like so far that you've been making, like talking and engaging with students?
Yeah, I think students seem very interested in what we have to say, which is really great. I love to see so many young women interested in science and engineering. It's really great to see.
So what's your story about how you decided on STEM as when you were growing up? Like when you're like, you know what, I want to go the science route.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a big influence for me was actually my dad.
Yeah.
So, he always would take me to whatever kind of outreach that he knew of, and that kind of helped expose me to the things out there that I could do. One thing that really stood out to me is that there was a group of all-female scientists that actually, I forget the name of it now, but an early hominid species that was found. I'm from South Africa, so they found an early hominid species in a cave, and all the men were too big to fit in the crack to get in the cave. So it was a full female research team that went in there and actually uncovered those remnants of that hominid species. And I just remember my dad being so excited to tell me, look at this amazing thing that these women are doing. And so, that was kind of my aha moment,
Yeah.
And so I came here and I went to MUN and I did an undergrad and a master's degree in biology.
Cool.
Yeah.
How old were you with that for the cave? Like when you learned about that with the team, how old were you at that time?
Gosh, I think it was early into high school.
Yeah.
High school for us starts at grade 8, so yeah.
Yeah, one of those moments like that was it. That was one of the catalysts to get me to where I am.
Exactly, yeah.
And now you're talking to young folks today.
Yes.
Helping to inspire women to get into STEM and for their futures. That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for the little hang.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, all right, I'll let you go back. I can see there's more people coming to your table, so I'll let you back to it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Adam Walsh with The Signal. We're at the Johnson Geo Centre at a Green Career Expo. We're talking about green futures here all through the show. We've been meeting with folks in the industry, right, talking about green jobs. We talked to some teachers. We've talked to organizers. We had a couple of students, and now I'm joined by Sarah Best. Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Which school are you from?
I'm from Beaconsfield Junior High.
Another one of the Eco Club people, hey?
Yeah.
All right. And how old are you? 14?
Yeah.
All right, so 14, Beaconsfield, Eco Club. Why Eco Club?
Because I always felt passionate about the world and learning about everything about the Eco Club.
Yeah. What's been your favorite kind of activity with Eco Club?
Well, recently we set up hydroponic gardens in the classroom, and that was one of my favorite activities. The plants are doing great, and oh my god, the mustard plant is growing really high right now, and it's really a cute, like adorable.
It must, yeah, to start a hydroponic experiment and then to see the plants go so from nothing to something, it must be really encouraging.
It is. It's very encouraging, and it's really fun to watch. Every day I go in and I stare at the plants for a little bit, and it's so fun.
Very. What is it about climate change or green jobs like this that's interesting for you?
What's interesting is that, well, I don't know. It's like everything's interesting about it. I can't pick a single thing.
Yeah, there's so much to be curious about, hey?
Yeah, I'm just generally curious.
Have you been around to the tables?
Yes.
Anything stand out, or is it all of it's interesting?
All of it's so interesting, but one of the tables that I specifically found interesting was this one actually behind us. They have these special magnifying glass technology that we can look at things, and it's so cool to see it up close.
I stopped by there earlier. That was really neat.
Yeah.
So what's the plan now? You're here till lunchtime, then it's back to Beaconsfield?
After this, I'm actually going to a performance.
Oh, what performance?
I'm at the LSPU Hall for Drama Fest.
Oh, wow, you're a busy person.
Yeah.
All right, Sarah Best, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of today, and good luck at the drama performance later, and I appreciate you talking to me.
Thank you.
All right, see you later.
Have a good day.
That was Sarah Best, Beaconsfield High, 14 years old, Eco Club, another one of the Eco Club folks. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, who are you with?
I am with the Marine Institute.
The Marine Institute. Mackenzie Luff, is it?
Yes.
Excellent, hi Mackenzie. What have young people been asking you about so far today?
So far today, young people, or the students here, have been inquiring about kind of what the Marine Institute is.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
The province's best kept secret.
Yeah.
And kind of how our programs relate to the energy sector, green energy specifically. And we're talking about how our ocean mapping program is trying to map the entirety of the ocean floor and how it's used to put up wind farms offshore or any green energy kind of developments, as well as how we actually have more of Mars mapped than we have the ocean.
That's wild.
Crazy. We only have approximately, I think it's 26% of the ocean floor mapped currently, and a lot of work to do, so lots of job opportunities for our students. So we're talking about our ocean mapping program, we're talking about our ROV programs, our underwater robotics, and how they're used in the industry, as well as ship design and our environmental program as well.
So what do you do at Marine?
I am a student recruitment officer at the Marine Institute right now, but I did do my degree at MI. I did the Marine Environmental Program, went on, done my Bachelor of Technology, and now I'm working on my Master's in Marine Spatial Planning there as well.
Excellent. Thanks for taking time for this today. I appreciate you talking to us about Marine and students and engagement. We're getting down there. I want to fit in a couple more people, so thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, cheers.
Thanks.
All right, Mackenzie Luff there with Marine Institute. I think we've got one more presenter to get to here now, and then we'll wrap the show up for today. How you doing?
Hi.
I'm Adam.
John.
John, CNA, is it?
Yeah, I'm with the College of the North Atlantic's Office of Applied Research and Innovation.
Oh, so you've got you guys have the fancy equipment.
Yeah, so we've got the metrology scanner here. It's basically it can be used to make 3D models that scan an object. It has an accuracy of about 0.025 millimeters. So it can be used for prototyping. It can be used for, say, if there's an artifact and you say want to scan it and then send it back to like the indigenous group that it belongs to, we could scan that artifact. It could be 3D printed. It could be used to put in a gift shop. It could be used for display. It's all kinds of things. One thing we're looking at using it for is, say, putting in like a simulation for like in educational purposes, like a video game. So we're saying, scan some parts, put it into something like software like Unity or Unreal, and make that simulation so the students can handle in a digital twin of these pieces of equipment without actually handling it in person. So it's a good way to educate people that way. But
the students must love this.
Oh yeah, they're really interested in it. They come over and it's just cool because it's super quick.
Yeah.
Like the scan itself, but it's pretty great. Yeah. But in terms of the Office of Applied Research, we have other pieces of equipment. We work a lot with remote sensing technologies, so that would include things like LiDAR and hyperspectral scanners. So that might be a bit like a lot of words that people don't understand, but something like LiDAR, basically we have these mobile LiDAR devices. It shoots out pulses of light, much like that device, the scanner over there uses light.
Yeah.
It shoots out pulses of light, it hits the surface, and it reflects back, and it can be used to create 3D models of the environment around us. So something like that, we use it a lot for like the registered heritage structures across the province. We go in, we scan these structures, then we have a digital twin of these structures. We can use it to make floor plans, 3D models, and if something was to happen to these structures down the line, and
you can recreate them.
We can recreate them because we've got the models.
So you're showing a high-tech future for students and what they can tap into, but at the same time, preserving history, preserving culture, and also moving to the green field. I've got only 2 minutes left for the show, so I got to say thank you so much for the chat, and to get one of the other folks in just to say bye. Thanks for this. All right, Courtney and Laura, wrap this up for me. End of the show. We've got like less than a minute. How's everything going?
Amazing. I think it's been a great turnout. There's a lot of people here and a lot of good conversation happening.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think it's been such a great day. Lots of participation and engagement. Everyone seems to be having a good time, so that's all we were hoping for.
Thanks for inviting us. We'll have to do something like this again with future work that you do, so thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Laura Bass, Courney Clarke there. I'm Adam Walsh. This is it for us at the Geo Centre. Tomorrow on the show. So every day, by the way, the signal at cbc.ca if you want to email us your thoughts. Tomorrow we will hear from some journalism students about their thoughts on everything from the future of journalism to the interesting and chaotic times we live in.